season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And to the 42-yard line here, and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Saints at 6-4 now in the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas from 8 yards out. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with 1 of their own. Once good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Meanwhile, Winston's throw there taken in by Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Winston out to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Winston. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of a pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 4. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll drop to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston now. They'll get this out to Kamara. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out. Touchdown! Drake London, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Saints 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel? Or was that analytics that came into play there, decided to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Winston. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play fake, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Wow, and now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz for the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Winston now after the fumble recovery. This is Smith with the ground. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 5. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Damian Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but, oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jerry Jeudy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Saints take over first down 10. And they're on 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for... I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jameis now on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing again on second down. Winston. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Winston. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here we go with Kamara. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kamara will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, Kamara pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So no gain on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Winston sneaking it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Wentz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2nd and 2. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Winston.
Throw left side, complete to Troutman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now here live in New Orleans. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Play action now. Winston. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He completes it.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
To the 27-yard line.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Winston to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And some room to roam now.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 39 yards. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On play action, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Fourth down, Winston. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Well, Brandon, I was on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights can prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field.